All right, boys, we are back. This is a day late to Rusty Moose, U.S. Maine. Well, we are going to try and make ourselves the most popular shop on the server. Now, whether this happens or not, well, we'll find out, right? So I'm looking for where I want to build, and I'm not too sure if I want to be by outpost and abuse that or what.
So I've only got about an hour to play today. So I'm just going to get my base up, hopefully, and get on first thing tomorrow morning, and we can start this challenge. So let's get right into it. I head to Outpost, get myself a bit of scrap, and get myself a start. Then this guy makes a fatal mistake, and we continue on the grind. And so a good thing about this challenge is I already have almost every BP on the server, so I'll have no issue getting the materials I want to sell. After getting enough stuff, I go ahead and trade some stone for wood and run south of Outpost to put a base down. And after we get the base secured down, I head out to try and get some early farm.
Goodbye.
With these final upgrades to stone, we are now impervious to eco raids.
And I was.
So I had to hop off right here due to real life obligations. When I get on the next day, I do a bit of farming and a bit of comp running. Grab myself a custom from one of the shops at Outpost, and we pick up there. In order to make this custom shop I'm planning on making, I'm going to need a lot of farm, as well as enough to upgrade my base as well. So I grab a pickaxe, and we head out to get ourselves some nodes. And with the farm we just got, I see a deal for a workbench level 2. So I hop on over to Outpost. I go ahead and buy it, along with a SAR. We pick up a bit of wood while we're here, and go home and depot straight away. Since it's still early in the morning, the pop isn't as high as it could be, so we're going to take full advantage of it. We spot a couple goobers doing eco raid, so we sit back and let them finish. Feeling pretty good with that run, we go back out and try and find some more shenanigans. After depositing that, I ended up making myself a SAR to go to tunnels, but forgot to hit record. So here we are with a bit of tunnels loot, and we continue on from here. After making it home safe with all this tunnels loot, I want to let you guys know that in order to make this shop run perfectly, I need all these comps and all the resources to be able to make weapons, armor, SARs, pistols, beds, mixing tables, anything you can imagine to make my shop the most efficient possible. And with that said, let's get some more nodes. So I'm not satisfied with the amount of nodes I got yet. So I go back out one more time. And when I come back at nighttime, I am juiced when it comes to resources. So I don't want to smelt any of my sulfur yet, because I'm waiting for a deal on the map for a tier 3. I don't want to have to craft anything with my scrap. There's none yet, but I'll keep my eye peeled. But for now, we'll go ahead and gather up all of our comps we're willing to sell, some stone, and make our happy asses to outposts. And after that outpost run, we make it back to our very humble 2x1 with a very solid amount of loot. And with that recycle run, we now have 1,000 scrap, putting us 1/10 of the way to our goal for the day. And next, I upgrade our base just a little bit because I want to head out and get myself some breakfast. And when I get back, I decide to grab myself a pickaxe and get more farm. The two things I'm going to need to make this wipe succeed are comps and farm. And when I get back with this healthy run, I go ahead and craft myself up some electric furnaces and get some automation going here. I go ahead and finish the second floor of my base so I can actually put some solar panels up there. And then we beef the base up ever so slightly with a couple garage doors. And with my ore finally being auto-smelted, I thought it was a good time to go find more ore. I'm not sure what he was raiding into, but maybe he was new. We make it home with yet another fruitful endeavor. With this amount of stone, I'm sure I don't have to farm for quite a while, and I have enough to finally make my shop base. The only thing I'm lacking now is a bunch more components to make all the goodies I need to sell in order to get 10,000 scrap by the end of the day. So we grab our SAR, repair it, and it's time to do another tunnels run. Oh yeah. We got a Jackie, boys. That jackhammer is huge because I don't plan on using any scrap to buy anything. So finding it means I can farm in the future more efficiently.
With a chainsaw?
We make it home yet again with another solid haul from Tunnels, giving us loads of components that we can make our goop with. But before making the new shop base, I seen a base that I could eco raid into with some silencer and some shells. So I go ahead and craft up some handmaids, get myself a parachute, and we fly over. So crafting handmaids is about 50% cheaper in terms of sulfur, and I want to keep all my sulfur on hand so I can get good deals in shops to flip for scrap. So we come over and get started right away. I lose a bit of my patience and go ahead and throw the 2 satchels I got from Tunnels to kind of speed this up a little. And after fully finishing the raid, the TC and the loot was most definitely not worth it. But what can you do, right? I go home and depot what I can, put some more boxes down, and we get ready for phase 2 of the day. We go ahead and craft up vending machines and garage doors for our pods on the new shop base, and gather up all the goodies we plan on selling in a singular box. With the starter items crafted up, I go ahead and find a flat spot near my base and begin the construction of this new shop. And with the layout of the shop down, I go ahead and start working on my pods for where the shops will actually be placed. I'm using a door frame with 3 triangle foundations that wrap around, so the shops have maximum protection. And I purposely leave a space open in the back so I can put a turret there in the future and keep it on peacekeeper mode so I can keep the violence to a minimum. And as I say that, my neighbors are looking at me like they want a piece, so I keep an eye open and make sure they don't come over and grub me. And with the basic layout done, I have enough shops ready to populate 4 vending machines. So before heading back, I take one final look and see my neighbors still lurking around. So I give them the once over 1-2 before heading back and getting everything done. And so far, this has been the culmination of my entire day's worth of work. It's time to fill these vending machines up. I accidentally turned my recording off like a doofus, but all you guys missed was me buying a tier 3 for 5,000 sulfur at Outpost, and me filling the vending machines up with the rest of the stuff, and a tiny farm run. So now that we're here, we're back on track. And just like that, we are at 2,000 scrap, 2/10 of the way to our goal. Let's keep it going, boys. And so I go ahead and craft a bolty so I can run tunnels and get even more comps to fill these vending machines even more. Cue the headshot montage. And just like that, we bagged ourselves another inventory of comps. This will go a long way in making things for the vending machine. I gather up the turret I found from a previous tunnel run, solar panel and battery, and we get ourselves ready to set it up over at the shop before running into this little tricky fella lurking in the shop base with no scrap. So they're my neighbors, and they're persistent and trying to take the loot from me, so I have to deal with it. And once that's dealt with, I finally got them on timer, so I can finally set up this turret. I don't want any enemies. I was just setting my shop up. After no response from them, I head back home, and we make a lot of guns, armor, and other miscellaneous things like mollies, beds, mixing machines, lockers, and we fill these vending machines to the brim with loot. So again, like a total doofus, I accidentally hit my shortcut key to turn my recording on and off. And so I lost the recording for about an hour and a half. After I finished filling up my vending machines fully, I took a slight break, and when I got back, I did a recycle run with all my random comps, and that's where we're picking up. My shops did phenomenal, and about the hour and a half I was gone, I ended up doing like 2,000 in sales, mainly from the weapons, but I had some random this and that sell, but we're doing pretty good, and we're picking up about right here. We're at 5K scrap. Get hyped. We're halfway there, guys. Let's keep it going. I go ahead and make some Tommies. Grab myself a large battery and a couple of this and that, like night vision and supply signal. We grab the scrap that's sold and fill it up with the new stuff. And just like that, we got ourselves another 650 scrap, boys. We get home mentality up, and we're almost at 6,000 scrap. Let's keep on going. We place ourselves some mixing benches down. Go ahead and get some gunpowder rolling up. I plan on doing some raids here. I have one in sight for later on, but we'll get to that later. After this gets going, I go for a tiny little roam. We run into this guy. We go ahead and depot this guy's stone. Then I go ahead and make 2 C4 and deposit it right away. Then make some mollies and hit a base that was just built down the hill from me. Okay. We craft up 4 satchels and head right back and blow that door to TC. High qual, 500 low grade. Hi there. We should be friends. Alright, after that fun encounter, we go ahead and depot the loot. Grab ourselves our jackhammer and do another little quick farm run. We head out, and almost like magic, we come back with a full inventory of juicy resources. This is gonna fund a couple more raids for the future. But we go ahead and depot everything and get the metal smelting in the auto furnace. We get the sulfur going in our normal furnaces because we're gonna need charcoal still. "30 minutes has passed since I last checked the shop, so I'll make a couple more things and head over and see how it's been doing. And with the scrap got and the shop restocked, I head home, and we're finally at 6,000 scrap, boys. Woo! We're almost there. We're getting there. I grab my 2C4 and go hit a 2x1 that I thought would be juiced. I seen some gear people coming in and out, but what I found was not what I expected.
This loot stinks! Well, I know I seen 2 tier 2 guys come in and out of it, but maybe it was just an interim base. I don't know. But hey, we move on. Go ahead and depot what little loot we got. And I go ahead and grab some comps. Run over to the shop to grab my cameras because I'm going to need more tech trash if I want to make more C4. After that, we head home and fully finish our base. After we put the last door on, I go check my neighbor's base that was decaying, and I see an exploit where I can soft side into one of his walls. So I grab my jackhammer, a tier 1, and we head over, but get a little distracted along the way. After our little distraction, I go ahead and put the tier 1 down and proceed with the eco raid. Again, not the greatest loot, but I go ahead and craft up 2 mollies anyways and see what's behind the TC and the other door. And the TC was 100% worth it. After that, I go ahead and move the mixing tables upstairs, and we get our sulfur going again to make more gunpowder and explosives. And when it's all said and done, I'm able to make 4 rockets and 2 C4 with some Explo ammo. And I've had my eye on this little farm base down the hill on the river down here, thinking I can get myself some god clones. So I go for it. Ooh, this isn't a good start. The rockets definitely weren't put to good use because the berries and the clones I got weren't even that good. So, yeah, it happens. And with nighttime approaching, I grab my night vision, grab my 2 C4, some Explo, and we go looking for a base to hit in the dead of night. Hopping on my trusty steed, we run the shoreline until we find a base we find suitable.
Thinking I found myself all the way to main loot, I don't even bother sealing. I just take the best stuff. We head home with a solid haul. I deposit all the goodies, then we check our shop to see what else is sold. To our surprise, it wasn't much. But with what we did get, we now have 7,000 scrap. I ended up gathering all my metal, recyclables, and high qual, and running over to Outpost and trading it all in for scrap, knowing this would be my only day on the server. Let's see how close this gets us to 10,000. Me and this guy were fighting to trade cloth for scrap. I won. After that huge run, we have almost 9,000 scrap. I've been playing for almost 12 hours today, and I am pretty whooped, so I don't have it in me to do anything else. So I go to my shop and put everything up for a fire sale. Everything must go. And while I'm doing this, the neighbors that have been bothering me earlier come over and ask to be friendly. Little do they know that this was gonna bless their day.
I'm at 9,000.
Bro, just gamble it on blackjack. You can double it
Dude.
easy.
Dude, no, that's how I lose it.
We can gamble it for you. My buddy, he knows how to count cards.
I'm alright.
And after a little bit, some stuff is sold, but not nearly enough to get me to the 10,000. So I make one final run to Outposts to get the final scrap I need. We go through pain and do the scrap for cloth here till we get enough and head on home. And finally, we reach it.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 scrap. Oh my god, it's been a long day, boys. Whew. Well, I was a little skeptical at first, but I mean, we did it. We did it.
At this point, I'm pretty delirious. I'm tired, and I'm ready to go to bed. But first, I go and bless my neighbors with some good fortune.
Yo, you guys on?
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, come with me. You are gonna be blessed. You are gonna be blessed with the world. Take it all.
Oh my god.
Take it all. Get it out of here.
Oh man.
This isn't it. Back on the ground. Go depot that. We're going to the base.
Oh, okay, we will.
After they depoted all the loot from the shop base, I brought them to the main base and showed them all the loot that was now theirs.
Hold on 1 second. They're right there. Alright, come on down.
What?
Wait, let me see.
That's the most scrap I've ever seen.
Oh. Holy shit. Wait, dude, how did you get this much? Like, what did you do?
You see the shop? I had a shop for like half the day. I did a couple tunnel runs, a couple
Man, that was all
raids.
from the shop?
Dude, I didn't even kill nobody. So I'm making a video. I'm on YouTube. But the 10,000 scrap was my goal for the day. In one day. And I hit it.
Wait, what's your channel?
And just type in Mr. Magnus Rust. You'll see it. I'm still kind of new.
Sweet.
But no, man, dude, if you want the base, I'll start unlocking everything. It's up to you guys. Okay, take it all. Start picking up the locks and
Thank you.
I mean, I'd rather give it to someone than let it decay.
So after unlocking all the doors, I ended up checking his profile, and he's actually pretty new with 400 hours. So it feels pretty good giving it to him. And this is where it ends for me. So again, I want to say thank you to all those who have watched my videos to the end. If you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. If you already have, that's even better. Have a good night, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. You're awesome.